from before, I handed out a whole bunch of information about fluoride, and I'm sure you've all done your homework on the subject, so I'll just go over a little bit of stuff right now. I said it wasn't industrial waste. Somebody told me it wasn't. I looked into it. The stuff that's put into the water is not pharmaceutical grade. It is classified as industrial waste, and this package of fluoride here, if I was seen dumping it into a municipal water, I would be charged with a felony. Basically, what's going on here is this: they're putting a medication, and I'm using that in a nice way, into the water without our consent. There's no dosage control. You're not allowed to tell how much you're taking in. There's no informed consent. There's no follow-up studies on what it's doing to your bones, your kidneys, your thyroid. We know that there are people that are very sensitive to this. They have no choice in the matter. They have to take it. Children, old people, doesn't matter. There is no doctor in the world that would say it's okay to give medication to someone without their consent. That's just the way it is. There's something called dental fluorosis, which is a pitting of the teeth, which is based on too much fluoride in the water. And basically, when you drink it, it bypasses the teeth for the most part anyway. There was a documentary called An Inconvenient Tooth, fluoride documentary. Just type that in YouTube. Can't miss it. I even wrote it out here, and I'll make copies of this for everybody here. Just type in An Inconvenient Tooth, fluoride documentary. It's interviews with neuroscientists, with toxicology experts, with dentists, with all sorts of people on the subject. Very lucid, tons of information. I really think everybody here should see it. I gave you all a bunch of information. I'm just wondering, did anybody have a chance to watch anything that I handed out? Anything at all? I guess nobody did. I mean, a lot of those weren't even that long. They were like 10 minutes long, you know. You get a lot of information in 10 minutes. And I think you really kind of owe it to yourselves and to us to decide what part of history you're going to be on, you know, because eventually all this information is going to come out. There's probably going to be class action lawsuits against the chemical companies, against the government, people with thyroid conditions, children with disabilities, all sorts of things that are caused by this. There's going to be a lot of lawsuits and things. And if you come out now, because you've got the power, you guys have got much more power than you think. You can call up the water district and say, hey, no more of this. We've checked it out. It's a public health issue. And I'll tell you, you'd be famous throughout the world. It would be everywhere. People would be screaming, yelling. It would be all over the map. But once they started looking at the information, they'd know you guys were friggin' heroes. So it's really kind of up to you, depending on whether you want to educate yourself on these matters, whether you want to stand up for the citizens and your children and your families, or whether you're just going to like put the whole issue behind you and hope everybody forgets about it, because more and more people are getting aware of what's going on here. And eventually they're going to look back on what your position was on it. So you might want to think about that. And I guess,
Time is up.
okay. Thank you very much for your time.